Welcome to Steam Steel, the ultra-realistic Roblox train building and also driving simulator. This game is insanely fun and you can build some really beautiful tracks. So what I thought I'd do right here is build the ultimate railway. We're going to be making it as beautiful as possible, as efficient as possible, and also as valuable as possible. And the map that I'm going to be using right here is Maple Ridge because I think it's a really pretty map. It's not too difficult. This is only my second playthrough of this game and I've never played on this map, so you guys are going to have to give me some tips down below. I'm not going to lie. But I'm not really sure what we should call this right here. You know what, guys? For now, we'll just call it Kosii Industries, but if you have a much better name, leave it down in the comments down below and I might just rename it and give you a shout out in a video. Okay, let's start right here. Let's load it up and let's check this out. And well, guys, here we are. Welcome to Maple Ridge. This map is absolutely gigantic. We've got some really nice lakes, lots of mountains, but nothing too big. And of course, a hell of a lot of maple colored trees. I wonder where they got the name from, guys. But most importantly, we do, of course, have our train right here and also a bunch of wagons and even a passenger car. I don't know why we have a passenger. Like, you can't transport things in this. Can you? Okay, a little bit of a random thing right there, but we also then have our refueling station, so the train will actually run out of coal. And if we jump in the train right here, this game is insanely realistic with how it works, where we actually do need to shovel coal into this boiler right here. And as you can see, we've also got a bunch of controls. We'll get into that in just a minute, because right now, well, we don't even really have much of a track to go on. And so let's figure out where we're going to build a track to. So right here, we've got our freight depot. And basically, we need to connect up to an industry. And over here, you can see we've got a forest camp, which is kind of the very first industry. So let's go into the build mode right here. Let's get started. Don't worry, guys. I know there's a lot of options. It'll all start to make sense very quickly. Okay, so first of all, you can see we've got a bit of a hill right here, which means I'm just going to turn our grade and our curve on. I am just going to add a little bit of a curve. And basically, what this just means is that it'll always stay the same amount of curve. Although we do actually need to go the other way, guys. That way. There we go. And then you've also got the grade, which with these little trains right here, you know, for starters, we shouldn't really go above a 2% grade. Anything above that, we'll struggle. So what I think I'm going to do right here, guys, we're just going to do 1,000 like that. And I'm just going to do a 1% grade just so we can get over this little hill a bit. And then that's just going to go like this. Although, as you can see, we are going up in the air. So I'm going to switch the track type right here to the stone embankment. And we're just going to connect that up like that. And there you go. This basically just means that it has this bit of stone around it. Looks quite fancy. Looks quite nice. But, you know, seeing as we're now going back to the ground here, let's be boring, guys. You know, we're just going to add the normal straight track. But yeah, I'm just going to continue this round because we basically do just need to make a massive curve here. But now I'm going to change this to a minus 1% grade. Seeing as we've got over that little hill now, there's not really much point in going up anymore, is there? So let's just bring that around like so. There we go. And then we're just going to continue around. As you can see, we've got a bunch of trees here, but we can get rid of those soon. I am noticing, though, again, we are going to be up in the air a little bit. So again, I am going to swap to stone embankment. Guys, any excuse to use the stone embankment, you know, it's just such a pretty thing, isn't it? Aha. Well, we do actually have a mountain right here that we do need to cut through. So what I'm just going to check really quick right here, guys, is what's the difference here? Okay, it's a 1.4% grade, which means it's actually higher up than what we are right now. Is that right? So actually, these last pieces right here where I started going down, we need to just stay completely flat, which luckily enough is a very easy change. So let's just bring that to there. And then again, we're just going to swap to the stone embankment, especially now, seeing as we're going to be a lot higher up, of course. And as we go, we might as well cut down some of these trees right here, seeing as they're going to be slightly in the way. And if we do hit a tree, guys, the train will derail. This game has some super realistic physics, but we're going to check that out in a little bit, okay? Calm down now. But okay, let's just continue this curve around like so up to this. And as you can see, we don't really need to even cut through this that much, which is great. Because if I just click tab right here, you can see our money. We've only got 38k for now, which is a fair bit, but it's not that much cash, especially when you start doing stuff like tunnels. They cost quite a lot, guys, quite a lot. But for now, we don't need to worry about any tunnels or anything like that. So okay, we've gotten to this point right here, which as you can see is already most of the distance. But seeing as we're actually getting closer right here, what I'm gonna do is just slowly run over here, guys. Give me 5 minutes.
One eternity later.
Okay, here we are. I'm gonna go into the planner tab right here, and you can see we've got a parallel 2 track guide, but we also have a 23-foot industry track guide, which is what I'm going to use right here. Because if I just put one of those right there, and of course one of those right there as well, what we can actually do is just place some rails in just nicely like so. There we go. Although, guys, as I said before, we're trying to make this as pretty as possible. So we're not just going to use straight track, we're going to use industrial track. Hell yeah, baby. Look at that. Yes, yes. Very fancy. And although we don't have much cash right now to make stuff look really fancy, eventually we are going to be able to build buildings and so much more to make these look really cool. But okay, basically we need to bring this rail now all the way over to here, which not a very short distance, is it actually, guys? But I do have some future plans right here, guys, which I won't reveal yet. But all I'm saying is they're going to be very cool. So for now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to curve this around. Although, as you can see, this is going to need to cut a lot into this mountain, which we do not want to do. So even though I probably shouldn't, I'm going to make this corner just a little bit more tight, guys. And I'm just going to bring this around this corner like so. And of course, right now, we don't need two separate train lines. You know, it's only just going to be me driving right here. Although we might have some guests on in the future. But at some point, we do obviously need to also then connect up this rail right here. But for now, let's save some money, guys. We don't have money to be burning, okay, guys, as I build a stupid massive turnaround. Shut up, all right, quiet. And there we go, guys. I quite like this. And what I am going to do right here is I'm going to add a switch, even though we're not going to be connecting this up quite yet, just so it's ready for the future. And now I just need to connect these two up, which should be quite easy, hopefully. Can I literally just go like that? Oh, I can. It is going to be a minus 1.7 grade, though. And also, I think we are going to be floating a little bit, aren't we? So let's actually do this. We'll do this properly, guys. Look, we ain't cutting corners in this video. This series is a proper series, okay, guys? But one thing to note right here is you can see we've got a grade of minus 1.7, which isn't great, but we can manage with that. So what I am just going to do right here is we're just going to do a grade of minus 1.5 just to, you know, match that. And we're just going to bring this track just up to here. You can see, unfortunately, a bit of a cutting, but it's not too much and it's not too expensive. And then, guys, I'm just going to add a positive grade of 1%, which should hopefully mean right here that this isn't actually so bad anymore. Yeah, only 1.2%. I'm happy with that. So, guys, we are going to swap over to stone embankment once again, and we're just going to connect this up right here, and there we go. Lovely jubbly. We've actually got our first train line working. Yeah! What can I say, guys? I'm kind of a professional at this game now. I'm kind of a professional. But before we do drive our train over here, we're going to need a little bit more space and probably a buffer so, you know, we don't fall off the end of the track. That wouldn't be great, actually. So, guys, let me do just that right there. We're just going to add a little bit like so. And then once again, we'll add another switch right here. And you know what? We actually might as well connect this one up. It's literally there, guys. So, just like so. There we go, guys. All nicely connected. And like I say, we'll do this later, because we don't have the money to waste right now, guys. I'm a little bit scared. All right, and then we will just add a little bit more track like that. And then we can add a buffer onto the end right here, just so we don't fall off the edge. And now, it's time to drive some trains, guys. I know I've been yapping, I've been building. Let's actually do what this game is meant to do. But first, I've got to walk 5 miles. So, I'll see you soon, guys.
3 weeks later.
Oh, my God. It's still it's so close yet so far.
Many months later.
Oh, my God, guys. We're finally here. Yes! All right, so what we first need to do right here, now we're finally in the train, is shovel a bunch of coal into the boiler right here so that we can actually build up some pressure. You can see pressure is this gauge right here, and we need it to be at least 5, if I'm correct. And by the way, I absolutely love how detailed these trains are right here. Like, you can see the actual coal that does go down as I shovel more in. And even just underneath the train, there are so many moving parts. We'll check that out in just a little minute because these all actually move as well. Kind of insane. But we actually do have some steam coming out of the train right here, so that's very good. And what we're going to do is we're just going to slowly move, I think, right here. Oh, guys, we're moving. We're moving. And we've stopped moving. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, hang on. If I do the maximum on the reverse right here, I think we might slowly start gaining some pressure and some speed. Nope, we have stopped. Okay, guys. Okay. I might be speed. I might need to slow down, guys. I might need to slow down. You know what? We'll leave that, just build some pressure right here, because something we do also need to do is just double check that all of these are coupled, because this one is not coupled. So we just click this right here. Those two will be connected. This one is not connected, and neither is this one. So let's connect that right there, and we don't care about the passenger car for now, so let's just push this. There we go. Let's connect that in. Oh, wait, the train's moving. Oh my God, guys, everything's happening so quick. Right, so we do actually have a tiny bit of pressure right here, which means we are currently moving incredibly slowly. We will speed up, guys, but of course, we do need to just take it slow for now, seeing as the pressure is really low. But that's fine, because for now, what we need to do right here is just brake, and then we can switch this like so. And then that means when I reverse right here, we should actually be able to couple up with these cars right here. And basically, these cars right here, they'll hold stuff like logs and planks, but for now, we'll only be able to get logs. But guys, like I said, I have big plans. But for now, you know, we're just chugging along down the railway. Look at that. Guys, so scenic, so scenic. Like, this is actually such a pretty game. It's unbelievable. Just look at it chugging along. And as I said right there, look at all the things moving actually inside the train as well. It's crazy. Anyway, guys, we are getting some speed now. Let's slow down just a little bit. I'm a bit scared coming up to this corner because it is quite tight. I think we should be fine. We aren't going that fast, but still, I did have to make this corner a little tight because of the mountain. But in the future, when I actually have a bit more money, we can make this corner a lot wider, which would be great. But for now, let's just hit the throttle to about halfway right here, and we'll just slowly go around here. And here we go, guys. We're letting off a lot of steam right here, but let's just slow down. Brake, bro, brake. Oh, that was perfect. What did I say, guys? I'm a professional. Anyway, now we've actually parked up. What we can do is open this industry right here, and we can start loading logs. Let's hit E right there. And as you can see, I've actually got a $5,000 subsidy right there. Seeing as this is the first time I've connected up to it. But yeah, as you can see, we're loading up a bunch of logs. And if I just spam this a bunch of times, there we go, guys. Let's speed that up a little bit. But of course, we are going to have to pull forward just a tiny bit just to get these last two right here. And once again, we'll spam the ever-loving out of this right there. There we go. Lovely stuff. And now, guys, you may be wondering, I've loaded up with logs, but where do I take these logs? Well, there is two options. We're at the forest camp right now, and we could take them back to the freight depot, which would give us some cash. You know, it would give us a profit at least. But I have another plan right here, because as you can see, we have the forest camp here. But if I move over to the right, we have the lumber mill, which, as you can see in blue, requires logs to work, which basically means that we can drop off logs here and make an insane amount of money, especially because this has 0 logs right now. So we'll actually get a demand bonus, and that means we can also then sell lumber too. So guys, we need to connect up to the lumber mill over there, but as you can see, someone's put a mountain in the way. It's a bit inconvenient, isn't it, guys? So let's see, what's the best way? We could bring it up around here, but that's gonna have to be a little bit tight, or we could come around this mountain a bit back on ourselves, but you know, still. And then we could come around here, I guess, actually up this mountain and then round and down. I like that. I like that plan. I think that's what we're gonna do right here. So actually, let's just delete this buffer right here. And it's deleted the track. Oh my god. Okay, let's delete the buffer right here. I said, And let's just set ourselves a 1% grade right here, I think, because we are going to have to slowly go up, but not too much, you know, we're not going to rush it. And let's just start placing this in right here. So we just need to place a long piece of track right here. No point in curving it or anything. We'll just keep it straight for now, although we are going up in the air, so I'm going to get a stone embankment a little bit. And you know what? Let's actually start curving it just a tiny bit. That is the wrong way once again. Oh my god. Okay, guys, there we go. That's the right way now. So if we actually do this, we'll basically just follow the side of the mountain. I'm just going to change that to -600 though, just so we're a little bit more like that. And then this here should look incredibly scenic. So I guess let's just continue this round like so. We are going to have to chop down a lot of trees. All the trees in the world are in the way, guys. Oh my god. Here we go. Look, deforestation. There we go. Everything's going. Everything's being chopped down. Oh, bye-bye trees. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this looks so cool actually wrapping around the side of the mountain. Oh, I can't wait to build cool ones like this. There are some big mountains in this game as well, and we are going to build some hella scenic railways, I tell you now. Okay, but we'll just continue up like so until we hit this bit of terrain. And then now I actually think we probably need to start going down, unfortunately. As you can see right here, we're at the elevation 1990, and over there is elevation 1962, so quite a bit down now. So let's just hit a -1 like so, and we'll swap over to just some straight track. And then we're going to continue curving just for now, because we are going to have to meander down a little bit, I think. Just like that. There we go. This looks so good, guys. I'm really happy with how this is looking so far. And then I am going to slowly start to tighten this curve just a tiny bit right here. I'm still not going to go below 300 right here because we don't want a super tight turn, but just something a little bit nicer like that. And then if I hit 300 on the other way, oh, this is actually going into the ground quite a bit though at this point. Maybe I don't need to curve this much. I don't know, guys. Let's try this right here. Oh, by the way, the terrain will be filled in when we restart the game, so don't worry about that, guys. We're just going to continue round like so. There we go. That's not chopping too much out of the ground. Carry on around like so. And then let's just see here, guys. What is the difference now? A -3% grade. Okay, well, in that case, let's just continue with a bit of stone embankment like so. We're going to just stay at 300 for now. And then we actually have another piece of track right here, which is the trestle spline, which is basically a bridge. And as you can see, this looks incredibly sick right here. I love the trestle spines. And I guess what we're going to do right here is we're just going to have to kind of meander back and forward a tiny bit. But actually, I don't want to go too much into the mountain. Oh, this is a bit of a difficult one, guys. But this is where the fun comes from, guys, because now we just need to figure out how to do this right here. And actually, I've just noticed as well, I'm only on a -1 on. I should be on -2. What am I doing? I'm throwing, guys. Oh my god. Okay, let's rebuild that like so. And then, yeah, that's going to go really through the mountain there, isn't it? But I do kind of want to wrap around to the back is what I'm thinking, seeing as we've got quite a way to go. But I am going to have to bring this back just a little bit because, yeah, that's too much, guys. We can't be getting away with that. Okay, yeah, that's much better there. That's a lot more realistic. All right. And then now we're just going to bring this around like so. Ooh, that's a bit of a big cutting, isn't it? Ooh. Oh, the money's not feeling good, guys. The money is not feeling good. But how much difference do we have now right here? It's only a -1.2. Ooh, okay, I can work with that. Let's actually add some track guides in, and then we're just going to set both of these to 0, connect these up like so. No. We're going to use industrial track, and then we'll just extend that a little bit like so. And then now we just need to bring that track to basically here. should be quite easy. But seeing as I have realized that we're basically on the right level, what I am going to do is we're going to go slightly less through the mountain right here, because that is a little bit crazy, actually. Maybe we shouldn't do that. So I'm just going to use a little bit of a wider corner, just 500 like so. And then I think if we do this now, there we go. Much better. I like that. I like that. And like I said, this terrain will fill back in. It'll be like we've never done anything wrong. And then actually, I guess we should probably add the turnaround track here first so that we know where to line things up. It's just like the one over there. It's probably going to be a 200 width, I'm guessing. That's probably the best bet right here. Let's just bring that around just for now, just with this track. Okay, where does that bring us? Ooh, all the way over there. Okay, no, we are gonna have to do a tire track. And actually, now I think about it, I don't think we did do 200 over there. I think we did 100, didn't we? So it's fine, it's fine. Let's try 150 maybe. I think that's probably gonna be a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot better. I like that. Okay, so we do need to start on the grade, because right now this is gonna be a 4.8% grade. It's not great, guys. So let me just get all this connected up. I'll see you all in a second.
6.5 hours later.
And well, guys, there you go. This looks really pretty, doesn't it? And I've even reloaded the map right here, so we filled in all the terrain. Now, I did actually add a little switch right here, which is why, unfortunately, this did create quite a big bridge. But we've got 30k cash still, so that is perfectly fine. And that means, guys, it's time to drive over here with our train. Actually, wait, no. We should probably, you know, actually add a buffer and some more tracking first. I almost forgot, guys. And you know what? We might as well make this look fancy right here. We're going to extend this with some industrial track. Beautiful. Although, seeing as we're not really going to be using this second one right now, I'm just going to bring it up till there. I think that's fine. And then we'll add a buffer right here and a buffer right here. All right, lovely. This looks really good, actually. I'm really happy with how this is looking so far, guys. So now I'm going to do the 500-mile pilgrimage all the way over to the train. I'll see you guys in a second. Oh, the running speed should really be higher. Oh, and there's a tree as well. Oh, I would have crashed into that. Yeah. Actually, yeah, guys, there's a lot of trees in the way. Well, oh, God, thank God I actually walked back. All right, guys, I finally made it. We're back at the train right here. And as you can see, we've still got a ton of logs on the back, so we need to actually go and get these delivered. Although first I'm noticing that we need to shovel some more corn, so let's do that too. But yeah, let's actually just whack all this like this, and hopefully we should be able to pull all this all fine. I don't know how powerful this train is right here. If I'm correct, it is fairly powerful. Like, you know, we should be fine right here. And here we go, guys. Look at this. This is already such a scenic railway we've created. I'm really happy. Nicely meandering through all this terrain right here. Even got a little bridge over there, guys. How fancy. And here we come going over the bridge right here. I'm still shoveling coal, mate. Whoa, slow down, slow down. Speaking of slowing down, oh my God, hang on, wait. Guys, we're gonna derail. Oh God, we are on a decline right here, which means that we are gonna speed up quite quickly, but I think we should be fine. Although in the future, when I buy more wagons right here, they add more weight and make it even more difficult to brake, to the point where you actually need to get a brake van. But anyway, guys, we're pulling up into the lumber mill right here, so let's jump off and we can actually start selling all of these right here. And as you can see, my money is flying up right. I hit the buffer, guys. I forgot. Whoops. Well, luckily we didn't derail right here, but we just got an insane amount of money. I mean, we got a 5 grand subsidy, but we also got an extra 1,200 cash, I think, right here, which as far as wood goes, is pretty damn good. And as you can see right here, if I go into the map, this will now actually start making beams as well as lumber, which we aren't going to worry so much about for now, but in the future will be super helpful. So what I'm going to do right here, guys, is I'm just going to go pick up some more wood. I'm going to drop it back off over here, and then we can pick up some planks in just a second. So as I drive back around this beautifully scenic railway, guys, I'll see you guys in a second.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire.
And here we go then, guys. Let's get all of these loaded off just like so. And you'll notice we aren't earning quite as much. We're only earning 16 per log right here, but that's just because this is already a saturated industry. But as more beams are made right here, the logs will go down and eventually we can keep adding more and more right here. But for now, speaking of beams, we should actually probably get some of those loaded up so we can make even more money, because beams are worth a lot more. And what we can do right here, guys, is actually go into this industry. You see, we've already got beams selected, but we can actually create a new load order, which means that this will automatically load everything up for us, which is super helpful. We'll just enable renews, click load like so, and then there we go. I will spam it still, just, you know, to speed it up a little bit. But if we do actually just pull forward a tiny bit right here and just park up with these other 2 wagons, you're gonna see, well, I was gonna say you'll start seeing them like, oh, there we go. Yeah, they've started loading up. But the problem is we are actually out of beams. So that was a bit awkward there nearly for a second. But while we allow a couple more beams to actually spawn in right here or get created, or they don't really spawn in, do they? But while we wait for this industry to make some more beams right here, I guess we'll go reverse up, and we're going to take this back all the way to the start, which, to be fair, is actually not that far, but there is an entire mountain separating us. So we're going to go all the way back around through the forest camp, and we're going to drop these off at the freight depot right here. So, guys, off we go into the horizon. Oh, how lovely. By the way, the train that we actually have right now is one of the cheapest in the game, and and we can upgrade it a bunch and get way better trains. And there's so much more to upgrade in this game to actually increase your profits. I'm really looking forward to trying it all out. But for now, we should probably actually slow down, otherwise we're going to derail around this corner. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, break. Ooh, guys, I'm going too fast. Okay, no, we're fine. I've managed it. You know what, guys? I'm much better than Not Me at this game. He would have crashed already 15 times in this video, all right? I'm way better than him. Which, by the way, guys, is why you should subscribe if you haven't already, you know. Hit the subscribe button, guys. Anyway, we're absolutely roaring around this corner. Let's actually just slow down a little bit as we come into the freight depot. Because, oh my god, wait, yeah, that's not switched. Oh, no. Woo-hoo-hoo. Am I quicker than train? I am quicker than the train. Okay. We didn't just nearly go into the passenger wagon right there, but I think we're fine. Yeah, we've broken. It's fine. Because I also have just realized that this track does not have any buffers at the end of it. That could have gone very wrong. So let's actually just add a buffer right here, and then we can back this up and unload these planks. Yes, planks. All right, here we go. Reversing in nice and slowly right here. I'm gonna jump out, and I'm just gonna unload them like this. Let's see how much money we're gonna get right here. Okay, that's 36 per wooden beam. And we've bounced off the edge. Everything's going wrong, guys. I can't run a railway. Now, that was actually a bunch of money we just got right there, but we will be able to earn even more in the future. Because if we just go to the map right here, you can see, obviously, this creates lumber and beams. And I'm pretty sure that has to be somewhere that takes beams, right? Ooh. Yeah, the quarry. Okay. And that's not too far from the freight depot, actually. Right, all right. Well then, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there for today's video. But if you do actually want to see the next video where I go and expand over to the quarry, make sure you subscribe down below so you don't miss that. And if that video is out, it will be popping up on the screen right here. And if not, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you later.